really like your ARs. AR is a fine format. You know, I used that M16 in the Marine Corps. But the one thing I grew up with and trained with extensively is the 870 Remington. And I'll tell you, there is nothing more distinctive than that shotgun. It is a workhorse. The sound is like nothing you'll ever hear. You can rack an AK slide, or you can rack a slide like that. It's up to you. But me personally, I'll take this one any day. Any day. On that note, I gotta go, I'm busy. See you. This is going to be one of those do as I say, don't do as I do kind of situations. But a lot of people, they go through you know, they're AR fans, which is cool, you know. Now that I got one, that last time I touched an AR platform was in the Marine Corps. You know, and I liked it then, but I like this little short pistol one best. But one thing I've always liked, and one thing I've always had a lot of training with, countless of hours, is the Remington 870. I'm versatile with it. I know how it shoots, how it doesn't shoot, what it's good for, when it's not good. What I have here is the reason I was saying don't do as I say, don't do as I do, is these are live rounds. This thing is loaded. Okay. Now, for the purpose of this period of instruction, I'm going to show you something with a live round. I am also going to tell you, do not do that at home. Do not use a live round. Do not even attempt to do what I'm doing if you're not comfortable with it. Okay? What I would suggest is that you take it to the range and you know, practice there. Okay? That's the best place. Or buy yourself some of those dummy rounds. You know, they just like a shotgun shell, they weigh the same, except they're dummies. There ain't nothing gonna happen. Okay? Now trust me, ain't nothing gonna happen here either, because I'm going to be very in my zone on what I'm doing, just like I am anytime I handle a firearm or a katana or a sword. Now, anyway, here's the deal. Let's say you have 6 rounds in the tube. Okay? Now, you have a side saddle or some other way to reload your rounds. Over here, I have a slug. I have buckshot. They're facing up top. Okay? Now, there's a reason for that. On the bottom, I have 2 more slugs, 2 more buckshot. There's a reason for that. Okay? This one, if I pull out, is going to come around and plop right in there. Bam, I'm closed. The rest of them, I'm going to pull out and I'm going to load while I'm keeping the gun pointed at whoever the threat is. Okay? Now, here's the deal. Let's say you have one in there, or you just fired one. Let's say you got this loaded with birdshot, buckshot, slugs, or whatever, and you just fired one. Okay? And you're one of those hunters, and you fired at a deer with buckshot, and you missed, and you have to get food on the table, and there's a rabbit going by, or a rabbit sitting there. Well, how do you get some birdshot in there? Okay? How would you do that? Because when you pull this back, what's going to happen is the other round's going to come up in there. Okay? Now I'm going to show you, and I'm going to show you slowly. Alright? Now, what you do is you pull this back a little bit, Okay. Now, you're going to push up the gate, and you're going to push that round back up in there. Okay. Now, you're going to pull back the other way. Now, what happened was, when I did that, that round that would normally go up in there and eject and come in to get into the breech did not do that. So what I can do now is I can take my shell, drop it in there, and close it. Now I'm ready to go. Okay, now, so again, what you would do, let's say this one ejects. Okay, it's going to, let's say I fired this round. This one eject. Now, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get up and I'm going to push this one in. You heard it click. Now I'm going to eject this one. Okay, now I'm still clean. Sorry, I had to put a little oomph behind it because these things don't. The Remington's meant to be handled. It's not meant to be pussyfoot around and say, oh my gosh, you rack it. No, you have to rack it. So, what you do, again, is put the other one in there. Now close it. Okay, and you're ready to go. Okay, if you're doing this quickly, it goes like this. Okay, now I just switched rounds. Okay, now we can do it again and do it a little bit faster. Open, push, in, close. Okay, and you practice that. Okay, well, let's make this clear. Push that in, get that out. Okay, now what's going to happen is I still have a safe weapon. Okay, right now I still have a safe weapon. Okay, when I go to close it, no rounds in there. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Let's say you have a birdshot in there. Let's say it's a home defense situation and the person moves. Okay, and they move from out in the open. Let's say you're using birdshot. You're in a duplex and you're using birdshot. Okay, and which still in a duplex, that's still risky, but try not to miss. Well, let's say you're using your birdshot, okay, and they get behind the refrigerator. It would go something like this. Let's say we racked a round. Okay, there's a round in there. Okay, now let's say I fired that round. Okay, and I'm like, here's my slug. I'm like, okay, I want to get rid of that. Okay, I didn't want my next buckshot to come in. I wanted a slug, and now I got a slug. Okay. Now, that's something to practice. And again, when you're doing this, and you're reloading, you keep it pointed at the person. Okay? So, let that be a little period of instruction. And I think a lot of people shy away from these is, you know, because they are heavier. You know, this thing is not light, okay, especially when you get it all loaded up. But that's some way you can do that if you ever have to use a different round. What is good about these things, I mean, think of the versatility. You got buckshot, birdshot, all different. You got 4 different kinds of buck. You even got buck and ball now. It's a large ball with a couple rounds of buckshot in it. Your buckshot's looking at 33 caliber. I do believe there's another one out now, which is a 36 caliber. I don't know. I don't really keep up on this too much. This one I have modified a little bit. This is all Magpul furniture. Magpul clip. My sight. That's a high-vis sight. You can see a little green dot right there. Okay, it really helps. So, and one thing is, you're always going to be able to find birdshot. I guarantee you, unless there's a really, really major situation, which, you know, it could happen any time. But the chances of you finding some sort of 12 gauge is really good. I would go with the 12 gauge over the 20. You know, 20 is a very popular gauge, but what you want is you're looking for something that there's going to be a lot of. There's a lot of 12 gauge shotguns sold, and so there's going to be a lot of 12 gauge. It may be birdshot. It may be the smallest birdshot there is, but it's better than nothing. Okay, and you know you're so versatile here, from slugs to buckshot to birdshot. You're so versatile. Whereas if you just have a rifle, you got one round, and that's all you got. You can't, you know, if you had a 357, you can shoot 38s. 44 Magnum, you shoot 44s. If you can find 44 special, they're really hard. 357 and 38s, it's a little bit easier. Okay, but it's a very versatile gun, and you know, some people, you know, use the old, oh well, if you rack it, that'll get somebody's attention. You don't know. I disagree with that. Okay, I don't agree with that at all. I'm not going to rack this just to scare somebody. I don't believe in guns just, you know, hey, I'm armed, don't come in here. No, sorry. Anyway, I hope you learned something by that. And again, do not do what I just did at home. Do not. Okay, like I said, and it doesn't matter. You know, after countless of hours of being trained with this thing, you know, I know don't use live rounds, but for the purpose of this period of instruction, that's what I did. I'm sure some of you will have issue and some of you won't. Okay? Anyway, on that note, I have to go. I'm terribly busy. Okay? You have a good day. And stay on the other side of the business end.